Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are we? Okay, classy. Let's go, classy. Hi, Chris. Hi,
What's up,
Ken.
everybody? Waiting on all the ladies to get in the box.
Yo, Z, thank you for pulling up. Let's go, fam. I appreciate you all so much.
Now, it's awesome when your support system come and support you. So I'm gonna do things a little different this show. I usually ask, I feel like the easiest question first, and then during the middle of the show, I ask the hardest question. But to my knowledge, I feel like this is the hardest question y'all pick out of y'all six group of special guests. So I'm gonna get down to it since the ladies is in the box. Y'all know I gotta ask y'all the guys question. And obviously it's the guys, so I think they asked the hardest question group. They wanted to know how much hardship is too much hardship in a relationship to endure. I don't hear nobody talking. I hear y'all speechless. Yeah, these dudes want to know how much y'all willing to take. Don't get speechless now.
I
How much are
mean,
y'all willing
it's
to take?
levels. It's levels to hardship, and it's. I mean, as to anything whatsoever. So I mean, if you going through a level, continuous levels of hardship when it comes to cheating, you know what I'm saying? It's levels to that. You gonna take but so much. Your baby daddy saying he done cheating with baby mama. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be faithful to you. So when it comes to hardship, I don't know. It really depends on that person. Each relationship is different.
That's what I was about to say. Each hardship is per person. I mean, our own hardships are our own hardships, and no one can either take those or change those, nor should we let them. But when is enough hardship, depending on what type of relationship, if it's significant, like she said, if it's cheating, if it's something that you're crossing a boundary in what you set in that relationship, it's a hard set, thing that you keep going over and over, and it's nothing's changing, then it would probably be then when you don't see a change in action, when something becomes a habit, that's when it becomes a hardship. And those habits can be hard to break, a lot of the times, especially if they're continuously allowed. So that's probably a lot of where I would draw the line. But that's
Yeah, it just
I
depends
respect
on the
that. I
situation.
respect Rails too. Okay, Dipple, what you got for us?
No, I just think it just depends on the situation. Hardship can be different things. It don't have to be just cheating, but there can also be stress where maybe someone lose their job or things start going the wrong way. They start to get stressed out. They can't communicate with you anymore. I think just depending on the situation, the love that you have for that person determines how long you will last with that person. Because sometimes if you're really in love with someone, you will sit there and rock out with them and continue to push them to be motivated to bring them back into it. But if it's something where it's draining your energy and your communication can't cross, and the sense of level of disrespect end up happening where y'all just can't see eye to eye, then you decide to let go. But usually females, we have the tendency of trying to fix something and solve it before we let go. So I feel like it has to get to that point where when you decide to give up, then that means that it was just too much for you to handle. So it just depends on the situation, the love that you have with the person.
I think one thing y'all all got in common is y'all all agree with that it depends on the situation and the person at the time that y'all enduring the hardship with. I can agree with that. I think that's beautiful. But let me ask you a question, just to put a spin on it real quick before I let the guys in. What about if he lost his leg in a car accident? Y'all staying or y'all leaving?
Staying.
I would
Yeah,
say
I
don't
would
do
say.
me. Just
I
because you
personally
lost
went through a
your leg.
similar. I personally went through a similar. I feel like real situation. I had a whole kidney transplant. We got engaged. I started losing weight, health issues. One thing led to another, and yeah, I got divorced, and he cheated. So I mean,
Okay.
could he
Appreciate
stay?
you
I
sharing with us.
I think that maybe that the
But the
hardship was the problem.
right.
So some people aren't able to stay during that. Like there was going to be life doctor appointments forever and stuff. So some people just aren't willing to even deal with that.
I
Right.
respect you sharing that with us for real. I
Right. If
appreciate
you
it.
lost your leg, that's it. I'm getting him a fly wheelchair. We gonna rock out.
Oh
Motor.
yeah.
Thanks.
Mobbing.
I don't feel like that. I think
I
that's
love it.
the
I love it.
All process.
I really think that's the biggest problem that we deal with nowadays when it comes to a relationship. It's all about the outer appearance. We actually forget about who we are in the inside, what characteristics really pulls us towards that person. Because I tell people all the time, okay, so if I take my lashes off and I get hit by a bus today, what you gonna do? You still gonna love me because I'm still gonna be the same person. You know what I mean? Whether I got an eyeball or not. Yeah. So, it doesn't change who I am from the inside.
Facts.
I agree.
All right, thank you, ladies. If Pepe has nothing to say, I'm gonna let them out of the box.
No, we're
I'm gonna let
good.
them take themselves out of the box if y'all don't mind. And I'm gonna let the guys in the box. Can I get all the special guest guys in the box at this time? I think the perspective was dope. It's pretty deep, but it was pretty clean and cut. It just depends on the person. Some people willing to ride harder with certain people, and some people willing not to ride as hard, And that's just the way it be. And when they all get in, I'm gonna repeat the question. I appreciate you, Dr. Gill, Doc, and Black Men Don't Cheat for showing up to the show and doing this for us and taking the time out y'all day. All right, so y'all asked this question, and y'all heard the ladies. Now they interested to know from 3 different men perspective, how much hardship is too much hardship? What you willing to put up with a woman?
I'll go ahead and start it off. For me, it depends on what the situation is. Like financial hardship's one thing, but COVID ain't an excuse anymore, y'all. There's jobs available, but some people just need to stop being lazy and get a job. So I'm just throwing it out there because everybody, wants the man to be the provider, but women got to pull their weight too, bro. So for me, it depends. That and it goes down to communication too. So you got to be able to communicate what's going on. So if there's a hardship or you're not in agreement with something, that's where you got to communicate. Hey, I'm not feeling this. This is what's going on. Or hey, we need to work something out. Or hey, that's a wrap. So because your boy Doc ain't staying around. I'll throw it out there, and if we ain't working it, gotta go.
Nice. I respect that, Doc. I like that. You got to know what you want in life. Okay, Black Men Don't Cheat, or Dr. Gill, whoever wants the floor.
I would say I'm extremely patient, but I would say cheating will be a wrap. And the reason why I say that, I feel like if a woman cheats on you, she pretty much doesn't respect you. If she doesn't respect you, then nothing else even matter. Like nothing else even matter. Like even love is not, I would say respect is more tangible than love. As far love, it's like, people run out of love every now and then, especially people that stay married for like decades and stuff. Every now and then you're going to run out of love and come back or whatever, but the respect must be there. So respect is number one for me.
Yeah, once you lose that respect and somebody cheats on you, they already gave up on you. Because how can you take somebody back if they disrespect you like that? You're never going to look at that person the same. People take people back after they cheat for what? Just because they're comfortable. I'm like, you're not happy. You're with them because of convenience. You're not with them because they respect you. So just get rid of it. Cut your losses and move on.
Nice.
I agree with Black Men on that one.
Yeah.
Dr. Gill, what's up?
That's facts. I mean, everything they just said, cheating, but everything else, I'm a man, so regardless of a financial situation, I'm gonna be the type of guy to just take care of my woman regardless, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be out there on that road getting it, you know what I mean? And especially if she having these kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby, I need you home taking care of these kids. I'm gonna be getting that money. I ain't really worried about no financial shit or whatever, but when it comes to, just being loyal and all that, that just gotta play a part. If it ain't that, then, that's just done with. But I ain't really scratching for too much, and I ain't asking for too much. The only thing I am asking for is loyalty, you know what I mean?
Hey, doctor, so what would you do if you're holding it down, have the job, the money, everything. You come home, house is dirty, there ain't no dinner on the table, and she didn't do nothing all day. So then what's the business then? You gonna stay with that, or are you just
I ain't. That ain't her job. That ain't her job, you know what I mean? Her job is to, you know what I mean? If I'm getting that money, most definitely gotta have a house, and you gotta, you know what I mean? Yeah, we ain't doing none of that.
I'm about to say, you gotta at least meet halfway, that 50-50, you gotta at least put your weight in it.
Yeah, that's the job. That you gotta hold down the house.
So
Yeah.
both of the docs saying they can hold it down, but you got to at least hold down the house.
Hell
And
yeah.
black men don't cheat, saying, hey, you got to respect me first and foremost. And all three men say, hey, it starts with the respect.
Yeah, you better have those carne
gonna be
asada tacos on the table ready for your boy Doc when he gets off work.
It's
all
facts.
Not the tacos.
It's facts.
All right. I appreciate that. Now, I got y'all in the box. So while I got y'all in the box, I got to ask y'all one of the ladies' questions.
Hot pockets.
I got you. Y'all already in the box. They already answered y'all question. All right. So the ladies want to know, would you raise your kids exactly like your parents raised you, or would you do something different?
I most definitely would do something different, most definitely. Because the one thing about it, everything that I learned, I most definitely learned, from being out on my own, from experiencing stuff on my own, from not being shielded, from not being, guard. I had to actually go out there, know right from wrong, know this was bad, know this was good. You know what I'm saying? So what I can do is teach my kids the thing that I have learned from, what's wrong, what's good, the result of this, the result of that. This come with that, this come with that. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. So improving the experience as
Right.
you through your experiences of life is basically what you're saying. I like that. That's deep. What about what y'all got, fellas?
For me, I would take certain qualities of, the way I was raised. Like my dad, he taught me, hard work gets you what you get. You know what I'm saying? You got to work hard for what you want. But the issue with that too, my dad wasn't around a lot because he was working. So, the streets is what kind of raised me up a little bit. And so I was street smart, and plus I didn't grow up with, around a lot of money and stuff. So I had to learn the hard way on a lot of shit just because I had to figure myself out, So with my children, you teach them the right way. You teach them respect. You teach them how to treat a lady, for if you got boys and girls, how to be a lady and not to be out there, throwing your body out there to every dude. But like I said, there's hit or miss. There's good qualities that I would take from, the way I was raised, but also kids and like teenagers, they got to find out life themselves too, because you could teach them how to, lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they got to figure stuff out on their own and learn from their failures in life to become a better person.
I feel that.
Yeah, that's facts. It's crazy how we pretty much have the same answers on this question. Especially for me, I was born and raised in Europe, but my parents are Nigerian. I don't know if y'all know about Nigerian parents. They're like extremely strict. They want you to pretty much be perfect. Yeah, I wouldn't raise my kids like that. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. Not that they did a bad job. I just wouldn't do that. And just like Doc said as well, my parents was always at work, always working. So yeah, who raised me is like, I would say the same with, like, life experiences and honestly the internet. To really be honest, a lot of shit that I learned was not to be honest.
And we appreciate all the gifts.
He said, do it for the bond. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the
What
bond.
do
I
you mean
ain't
by the
gonna
internet?
Huh?
Will you elaborate a little bit on that? The internet? What do you mean?
Yeah, bro, the internet, like for real, like I made my money online, right? Especially when it comes from a financial place. Yeah, the internet helped me out a lot from a financial standpoint, I would say that. But as far as how I carry myself and stuff like that, I would say my parents definitely. Not that they did a bad job, but they was always at work. The usual thing, exactly like Doc said, same thing. But yeah, I wouldn't raise my kids in such a strict manner.
I feel it. I respect all y'all opinions. I agree with y'all. I think we all four men are on the same page about that. Improving the lifestyle of how we was taught, but taking certain characteristics from the past and bringing it to the future with us to teach the kids. I like that. So this time I'm gonna ask y'all to get out the box so the ladies can answer their own question and we can bring back one of y'all's questions.
Hi again. That's a good
Well,
question.
hello there. Well, hello there. Okay, here's Dimples. Okay. When she load. Okay. So y'all asked this question. would you raise your kids exactly like your parents raised you, or would you do something different?
I agree a lot with what was kind of already said, but
Yeah.
I said yes and no, right? I said that I was blessed and grateful in that it was my own parents, but in the figures that I had, that they did very well by all means. And there's a lot of things that I want to make sure that I also push in my own lifestyle, which means that I kind of want to push through my child and his lifestyle. I think it's also very important though that like we parent or I parent based upon my kid as well and based upon our children. Each child is different, right? Even if you have multiple, you're not having most of the time not the exact same. And so when you're parenting them, your parenting style should also be based upon how your child is, wants to be not wants to be, but is interacted with best and would benefit from best. And so that can be different than how you were raised. So it's stuff that it's, I mean, the conversation can go on and on, but yeah, I mean, it's just very important to, I think, like they said, involve what your parents did. I mean, it's kind of how you hold core to you, and then also doing what's best for your child, maybe changing stuff up, whatever you've learned new, whatever that might be, but also doing it in your own way as well for your child. And yeah, that's my opinion. Sorry, chit chatter. I know.
No,
No, no,
I
you okay, you okay.
definitely,
We actually
For
pretty
me,
early, so you okay.
yeah, I definitely
Whoever
say
wants to go.
exactly the same. There's thing like this may sound weird, but like religion wise, like I was born, my parents were raised Christian, Baptist, so nothing was wrong with it. But I just, being older, I wish I would have known more about other religions just to like be aware of what was going on around me or the different people I had around me. So I would just, and I would want to be like completely honest, but I wouldn't want to be that point where like nowadays the parent is the friend. I definitely want to have the level in between, the I'm your parent and you're the child. So um I would just really want to be honest with them more than anything, but probably not everything my parents did. My parents were strict. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. I agree with both of y'all. I respect these opinions. I never been on a show where I agree with the first two questions with all the guests right away. That's crazy.
I'll actually say the same. There's childhood memories that you remember, and there's stuff that you be like, okay, my mom was mean or strict. But it's like as we get older as an adult, you realize certain things of why they did it when they did it. But when we were kids, we couldn't understand it. We looked at it like, damn, my mom's mean, or is she gonna come after me? So I think we take things that we do cherish, and we take lessons that we learn from them, and we do teach it on our kid. And like Peyton said, we also address of how our kids is moving daily or operating, where maybe we need to speak to them in a different way for us to understand what's going on through their head. But maybe sometimes that they did some out of line stuff that we got to take it back to our mom days, where how they addressed us in certain situations.
Agree.
Um, Also, with me, I felt like we missed out on the family trips. So me as a mother, I take my kids somewhere every month just so we can do stuff together, something different that we didn't do. We did family trips and stuff, but it wasn't as often. Like I can only remember as a family, we probably went somewhere twice
Wow.
through kids. You understand? So now I make sure that okay, since we missed out on that, but we creating more memories now, we can do our own family trips. And then I involve their grandparents. Now their grandparents can come, and now I'm
Right.
teaching them like, listen, I learned from you, but let me show you something else that you guys could have did as well. So I think everybody pulls what they remember and they learn from it and continue to make their own path when it comes down to raising our kids. I
Definitely
agree
agree
with
with you.
everybody as well.
Definitely agree, Dimples.
Absolutely.
I feel it. I feel it. I like that. All right, y'all hang tight. Classic, can you get in the box for a second? No, no, nobody go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Just chill. Just chill.
Bro.
Everybody chill. All chill. Don't nobody get nervous or leave or
Boys, you
anything.
guys, thank you. Y'all go. I see everyone in here. Go get it. Oh my goodness.
They were all gonna bail real quick.
Wow.
They're like,
All right,
wait.
Classy. What's the move?
Okay, so I have a bonus question. Okay, are you guys ready?
Super.
You guys nervous?
Super.
Okay, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. Okay, so the bonus question is, let me see. Was there a moment in your past that defines you as the person you are today?
Yes.
Of course.
Absolutely. There's a few significant, but there is one absolute significant moment that defines me as a person that I stand here very proud to be today. And as cliche as it does sound, but is 100% true, it would be my child. I mean, that absolutely was the most significant.
Yes.
I have, like I said, I have a handful. I have, one very close next to that. But that is absolutely takes the cake for everything, because without him, I would not be who I am, the way I am today. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. All right.
Is it my turn? Okay. I would have to say my grandma. My grandma is my significant person. At a young age, she just taught me how to be a young lady, be respectful, treat people how you want to be treated. So like that just keeps me going and everything. And she always had me, no matter what you have, like no matter where you go, your education and what you learn, like no one can ever take that away from you. So I mean, I go by that.
I like that.
Keeps me
I love y'all two answers. That's dope. Dimples?
They done took the answers I was gonna say, but no, definitely family, and I definitely would say my kids. When I moved, I didn't know the experience of being an adult. So I went off like, oh, I'm adult now, I'm grown, get my own place. But then when I had my child, it was something where I felt like I needed to protect him. And it made me realize the importance of just bonding one on one, where maybe some stuff that I didn't think that was important, but now I realize I have a lot of weight that I gotta carry, where I gotta make sure I protect my kids through anything we do now. So it's just like I didn't realize how strong I was, how I can overcome things without realizing I had them behind me to push me. Like because it's like you can't cry when you want to cry, or you can start to cry, but then when your kid come in, you're like,
That's
Well, and I think
"Let's get stuff
that's
to
what
eat." You snap right out of it. You can't sit there and dull in that moment because they watch every move that we do. So
Mhm.
it's like it makes you realize, why am I crying when I got them right here? It makes you snap out of it, and then you push
Yes.
forward, and then you end up doing something better than you even think you was able to do. So I would definitely say it's definitely the kids.
And I think it's amazing because even though the question was a significant moment, and absolutely I think we all like picked that, we all still chose something that affects us on a daily. It's a moment every single day, and it's something that makes us who we are every single day. And so even though I could say the moment maybe like of having my child, right, becoming a parent, but the fact that I do that every day and I learn every day, and I'm becoming a new parent and a different evolving parent. And so I think it's really amazing that we picked topics that are something that are continuous, something that we strive for, and we that push us in our lives always. So yeah, I think that was
Can I have all the guys in the box? Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna just swap y'all out real quick so all the
Oh.
guys can answer the question, and then we'll get back to y'all's questions. I just swap y'all out as they come in.
y'all got here. I love y'all. So amazing. So much.
All
I
right.
just want to say shout out to all the ladies, man. Y'all opinions on point.
All right, Classy, present them your bonus question.
Okay, the same question to you guys. Was there a moment in your past that defines you as the person you are today?
I'll go ahead and kick this one off. So I'll just put it my ex-wife. All right, so being married, I was married for 13 years. And like I said, I went through a divorce. I was deployed overseas for 9 months and found out my old lady was cheating on me. So came back, and it made me realize, though, like, damn, am I too nice? You know, I was like that romantic type, you know, and all that cool stuff. But it goes back to self-reflection. I'm like, damn, was I too nice? You know, because then you start becoming a beta, or what they call a simp. So I had to do a little bit of self-reflection, and I was like, man, I need to man up. You know, I need to start being that alpha, start being hungry. I'm a Leo anyways, man. So, you know, I got to come at them. But that actually defined me, though. It defined me as a person, and it kind of made me self-reflect, like, dang, okay, there's some things within myself that I need to change, even though that was 100% on her for doing what she did. But I still had to piece together little things about myself that I had to fix. So I'll put that was a life-changing moment for me, honestly.
Nice.
I mean, basically for me, you know, it was just my whole life in general. 24 different schools, 15 brothers and sisters, you know, everybody getting, you know, I was the fifth boy in the house, you know, it was four. I had four older brothers, you know, they all dropped out of high school. So with that being said, you know, it was just basically saying, damn, everybody going to jail. My mama never seen nobody graduate. You know, like she never, you know, never got to have that feeling and say, oh, my son graduated. So my whole motivation was like to not do the wrong things, not to go to jail, not to sell drugs, to actually get a high school diploma. And, you know, once I achieved a high school diploma, you know, it just set my mind and let me know I could do anything that I wanted to do, you know, traveling so many different states, so many different schools, you know, just going through the worst of the worst and seeing all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I was still able to accomplish, you know, graduating high school, and that's defined my life of letting me know that no matter what I do in life, I know I can succeed, you know what I'm saying? Just going through what I went through.
Wow. Nice. Black men don't cheat.
Yeah, I would say pretty much relationships, past relationships that did not work definitely brought me to the person I am today, and the way my thought process and everything. And finally reaching a level of success in as far as with entrepreneurship. Personally, I believe that nobody is their true selves until they are financially stable, until they reach some type of success in their life, because success brings some type of confidence. Just like drunk people, if you look at people when they're drunk, they might say some ridiculous stuff, but they're saying things that they really always wanted to say. So I don't think you're your pure form until like things are going well in your life. So yeah, I would say that changed my life.
Yeah, and to kind of add on to that, especially hardships. You know, the hardships is what make you who you are. You know, whether it's financially, and like Blackman just said, he said, you know, it's a success, but it starts with your failures and where you're at, and then you build yourself up. When you get to that point, you feel accomplished. Like, you know what? I went through the bottom of the barrel and worked my way up to where I'm at now, and that's success, man. That's a success story right there in itself.
Nice. Okay, Classy, anything you want to add before I let you out the box?
Part, as you said.
Okay.
What? I wanted to say. Oh, you asked. No, go ahead.
No, you guys did great. I was very surprised about your opinions, for sure. Way different than the women's, but I liked it. I liked different perspectives. Never expected that. So that was really great. I'm glad you guys shared that part. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Classy. You can let yourself out the box, please.
All right.
All right, we're gonna move on to the women's last question, and then we'll get to our last question for the women. All right, their last question was, in your opinion, what's the key to a successful relationship? In your opinion, what's the key to a successful relationship?
Hey, Blackman, you want to start off?
No, you get this one.
All right. So for me, we'll say that one more time. What's the keys to success?
What's the key to a successful relationship?
All right. Like I said, it goes back to that triangle. So loyalty, trust, communication. So if you break one of those, you're not going to have a successful relationship, because if there's no loyalty, there's no trust. If there's no trust, you ain't gonna be loyal to that person. And if there's no communication, you damn sure ain't gonna go nowhere in life because of the problems that you're gonna be dealing with. If you guys don't talk about the problems are always gonna be there. So if you break one of those three, you don't have a relationship. And if trust ain't there, if you don't trust the partner you're with, that's not a real relationship, because you're always gonna be wanting to check her text messages. You're always gonna follow up, ask her questions, what she's doing. Nobody wants that, and that stuff is not attractive to women. Women don't like that stuff, and it just shows that you're insecure within yourself. That's just my opinion.
I'll agree with all that, and so pretty much what he said, and what I will add on is, at least for the men and for women too, to go out there and kind of date, like socialize with different people. The way I look at it is like, for example, if you go to a restaurant, you want to try different food to know exactly what type of food you like. So I'm 32 now. If I had to advise my younger self, I would tell myself to go out there and talk to other women. I'm not saying sleep around with different women. Just get to know other women and get out there and see what's best for which woman fits your type of, the type of person that you are, and then go from there. And add to everything that you just said, definitely communication, especially communication. That's key, because some girls, man, some women and men have a hard time expressing themselves, and that messes up everything.
I like that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread that thing around.
What's up, Doc? What you got?
All
right, the question was, let me read it back for you. I want to get it right. Okay. In your opinion, what's the key to a successful relationship? In your opinion?
The key to a successful relationship, most definitely, is trust, communication. What's the word for it? What's the word for it I'm looking for? That word that make you feel all cuddly inside, the way she make you feel. What's the word for it? You just gotta pet. You just gotta be. You just gotta love that person. You gotta know that person needs. You gotta be with love. You gotta be with your affection. You gotta be willing to change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you most definitely gotta be willing to change. You gotta be able to work with, the person's flaws. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta.
So you gotta be able to sacrifice.
Yeah, most definitely gotta be able to sacrifice. You know what I mean? You gotta learn some things about that person. You know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta see some things you're not gonna like about a person, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be the small things though that can be fixed, the small things that can be worked on. It might be the way that person talk, you know what I'm saying? You might want a good night text, but you don't get that good night text. You might want a good morning text, but you don't get that good morning text. So in order to make you feel like that, you know what I'm saying, that person got to be willing to change to give you that good night text to make you feel secure, or give you that good morning text to feel secure, because it'd be the small things that'll throw you off. Like, damn, I done woke up, it's 11 o'clock, my girl ain't hit me up all day. Like, damn, I gotta hit you up first. Like, really? Like, what the fuck the problem is? You know what I'm saying? I don't like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's most definitely gotta be, you know what I'm saying, some change, and you gotta adjust to, certain things that people like in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's finding out that person's love language, because some people like affection, some people like the gifts. It depends. That's where getting to know the person and finding out who they really are and what really triggers their love. And that takes time, because you got to communicate. You got to be able to get to know that person. And a lot of people, they jump right into bed. They have sex. They think they're in love. I'm like, whoa, hold up. You don't even know who that person is, dude. You just met her. You just met her at the strip club last night. Come on now. You ain't in love, bro. So, but some people think, sex is love. That's lust. So getting to really, truly love somebody is getting to know them, getting to know their love language, and having that communication, man. It's like what the black man said, communication. It all boils down to communication to that.
Facts, man. And what he said with the good morning messages and all that is facts, because I don't know if a lot of times I stream in the morning, and we'll have a bunch of women in my stream saying good morning, and even small little things like that. It make a man feel good, man. Because I've been in a relationship where I wasn't even getting that, and I have a complete stranger telling me good morning. Right. You know what I mean? That's huge. And us, man, we don't really ask for too much. We really
Yeah,
don't.
'cause we want to feel like we thought about. You know what I'm saying? We want to feel like when you woke up, like who you think about. Like we want to feel that energy, thinking, damn, this person think about me. Like we want to feel that energy. If you can wake up at 7 o'clock and it's 12 o'clock and you didn't text me and didn't call me, that shit that's don't fit right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? I do not feel important. I do not feel like a priority. I don't feel like you even thought about me if you
Let
didn't
me
want to
ask
hear
you this.
my text.
So the message to the women is men have feelings too. Yeah, we masculine. Yeah, we handle the business. But damn, can we get a good morning text like you've been up for 3 hours and you've been on live for 2? You know, what's up with it? I feel that. So men got feelings too. We ain't got to always say it, but it'd be nice to get it. All right, I'm going to let the women in the box so we can get ready to wrap up the show. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Don't go nowhere, though. We got a question from y'all last. The last question is the men's question. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
So, ladies, in your opinion, what's the key to a successful relationship?
Honesty, being compassionate, supportive, listening to each other, motivating each other, mutual love, respect. Like you said, good morning text, that's cute too. And the last part of it, they always got to be a sexual attraction to your relationship as well. That dies out, then usually it drifts off where it's hard to pull someone back in. So if you have it where you can communicate, talk to each other, support, and be there for one another, then I think that's a success.
Absolutely.
Nice. I like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, when I think of a successful relationship, I break it down just the same way as most of us do, right? Just what are some of our key values that we would like to have, and that's really what it comes down to. Each successful relationship comes down to each person and what they would like and don't like, right? But besides the fact of that, when I make that list and think of it, right, I can really sum them up into a lot of the things that people have said, but there are 3 huge ones, and I mean they're on all my profiles, they're in my bios, and that's communication being number 1, respect being number 2, and loyalty being number 3. Honesty and trust are ones that are huge, but I really have a feel that every single one of them can be arguable into each other. Does that make sense? So respect can be arguable into communication. So are you being communicative in a respectful way or not with me? So loyalty can also can be arguable in respect and can be arguable in communication. It can also be arguable in your trust and in your honesty. So when you think of everything right and you think of them all combined, you're like, that's how I would break it down. My top 3 being communication, being respect, and being loyalty. And I liked what he said when he talked about love, right? And when everyone's talked about compassion and having those feelings and having that drive for someone. I liked that he brought that up and then followed that with the diversity of lust, because there is such a difference. And it's absolutely like what you say, when you jump in bed and you just sleep with someone, that's straight. It doesn't matter what feelings.
I like
You
that.
could have had the best 12-hour day before you got in bed with each other. Okay. But I'm going to tell you what, if the next day you feel that love and like, oh my gosh, attachment, that's a lust. And you need to calm down and back up a little bit, because you don't really love someone. Love is not a feeling for me. Love is something that is in action. Love is something that is shown, that is portrayed in how you carry yourself, how you talk, how you treat people, how that is love. It's not always down to a complete feeling. And so the difference between love and lust are huge, but very minute, and people get them so crossed so quickly and so fast. So
I feel that.
yeah, I want to touch on that. He said that and it rang a bell. I've been just taking notes, writing it down. I got all the things.
I like that. All right, Real, I appreciate that, Pepe. What's up, Real?
So, I mean, everybody everybody's input was all definitely where we all needed to go at, from the men to the ladies. Um, I mean, all together, we want someone who's going to treat us exactly how we want to be treated. That all sums up how we want, what we want, the traits that we want, the same traits we want to have back. Um, the biggest thing I definitely have to agree back, being a friend is the biggest thing. I always speak about it a lot of times about dating, just get to know someone, find out if they really even like their grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Did their mother even raise them? You know, did their brother actually sit there and not go to college and raise them and teach them everything that they really know? You know what I'm saying? Like really get to know people. So I'm big on that, and communication is the biggest key to me. I feel like if you're able to communicate with me, you're able to communicate with me for me to respect you, because I can't teach you or you can't teach me respect. Your way of respect, my way of respect is completely different. To me, it may be to not drink in front of my parents. For you, it may be to curse and drink in front of your parents. So if I communicate with you, that's the only way for you to understand, because at the end of the day, we can't read each other's mind.
Absolutely.
It just basically all just sums it together.
Right. And I wanted to back it up for 2 seconds, and I just wanted to say, when we said successful relationship and when we said those facts, a lot of facts were also thrown out there, but I was, also just thinking successful relationship in relationship, right? Friendship, significant, parenting, child, whatever the relationship is, those are just those, key values to relationships, successful relationships. Yeah, regardless, right.
I like that. I like that add-on. I like that. That's dope. All right, it's gonna get real for a second. Before we let y'all out the box, before we wrap up the show, I gotta ask the guys last question, and y'all know they want to know something. They want to know something about women that women don't really share with men. You know what I'm saying? When it's okay to move somebody in. They want to know, when is it okay to move somebody in?
It depends. I
Yeah.
mean,
What
different
does that-
relationships, again, different things. If I've been in a situation where, here we go, me as an ex-wife, I'm not gonna be as quick to move another man in my house. I'm gonna want you to have your own space, my own space. Let's see how we move amongst each other, have a few nights maybe together, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably give you probably a year. You can spend a night, you know what I'm saying? But like, I need to get to know you. I need to find out what you really got going on. Like, let me find out what your work schedule is. What if you snore? You know what I'm saying? I might not be into that. What if certain things you do I may not be into yet? I gotta work my way into your flaws. You gotta work your way into mine. I don't think it's something you should just ride the rip, just do. But people do it. People do it. People move people in next week, next month,
No, okay.
tomorrow, same day. I've seen it.
Facts, because if I'm sitting here being the truest, realest person that I can and am, in all reality, I can sit here and say I've waited a year and a half before moving in with someone, and I've waited 3 months before moving in with someone. So okay, so there's a huge stretch, and when she started off with it depends, and we all said depends. Absolutely, it depends. I mean, where are you at in your life? Where are they at in their life? Like what? It's just it's so depends on all the circumstances, on the relationship, on all the outsiding factors that really partake into living with someone, whether it's financial, whether it's families, whether it's all of them. And so it's very particular to person, to time, to place, to all of those things, and it's really hard to say when, like, oh, right here on
It is.
I move in April 15th of every single year. It's open house, so go ahead, anyone go. Yeah, April 15th.
I mean, it is though. I mean, you meet someone who's on a different level,
Right.
whether it's positive, what I'm saying, job wise or stability, and they're to the point like, hey, I want you to better yourself so you can go to school. You know what I'm saying? I want you to save your money, so we can take care of the kids, whatever the fact may be, somebody stepping up to the plate. Yeah, I can completely understand that if that's what y'all trying to do,
Right.
but then you got to worry about it if it don't work out. You got to always play that factor. And nowadays, the way social media and stuff, you got to play that factor is, are you sure you just the only one living on this street and somebody ain't living upstairs? I mean,
No,
let's
absolutely.
What you got for us?
No, it just depends on the circumstances. Like they said, It depends on how you persuade the relationship. It depends on where you guys at. Sometimes people start off a relationship slow, and sometimes people can jump into a relationship fast because they're both looking for the same thing.
Agree.
So for me, it would be how we connect with one another, and then how you connect with my kids. Because I'm not gonna move you in my house, and you never even said hi to my son when you walked in the door.
Absolutely.
So are you here for me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, if you trying to persuade me, you gotta accept these kids too. Like, but
Right.
there's some people that cannot connect with kids. So when I involve myself with somebody, I also don't give my all, because I need to see
Precisely.
how you respond to my children. Because I got to make sure at the end of the day, if I'm about to be somebody committed to you, make sure you good, and give you everything that you wishing for a female to be, I got to make sure that you're going to be the same, and it's a mutual thing. Because if you got kids too, I'm like, hello, babe, what size shoes she wear again? What you said she need? Because I'm gonna be there looking out for you as well. So if we can communicate and be on the same page, where I see that you respectful to my kids, and we've been rocking out, we're going on family vacations, and we're doing more and more activities, then yeah, maybe we're gonna move in faster than what was expected, because we're on the same page. But if you're dealing with somebody and you realize that maybe they don't call you back, maybe you don't get the text message that you want to get, maybe you're gonna get the late night text messages, you ain't gonna sit there and be like, you know what, I want this person to come live with me.
Right.
You come stay with me. So this all depends.
Nice, facts.
No, and everything.
All right, hold on. Nope, guys, can y'all request a box? Ladies, don't go nowhere while the guys request a box. Y'all can finish up on that question.
Each side is arguable, right? So, like, for example, the 3 month to a year on my end, right? Like, well, was that too soon at 3 months? It didn't work out, right? Was that too not enough time to get to know him? Well, I don't know. It didn't work out. About a year and a half, was that too much time? Was that not enough time? Well, I don't know, because it didn't work out, right? People have been married for 25 years, and then it don't work out. They split, so it's like we all say.
Yes.
Also, to back it up, because I don't think I'll be able to get in the box after this, right? We aren't boxing.
No, you will.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I just wanted to.
I'm wrapping the question up, and then we're gonna wrap this show up. All right. Don't go nowhere.
I won't. No one else in here go anywhere either. No one, anyone, everyone stay here in the comments and everywhere. Stay. I try. That's all you can do. Thank you, Manny. Art man, you funny. Seriously though, you're.
All right, we just waiting on Dr. Gill. We just waiting on Dr. Gill, and then we're gonna figure out how long it takes for y'all dudes to actually move a chick in. And I want y'all to be honest, because the ladies want y'all honest opinion. Now, if y'all moved in the chick after 3 days, y'all gotta tell them. If y'all moved in the chick after 3 months, y'all gotta tell them. If it was a day, we need to know. We need to know. I mean, I'm just saying, we come here for your honest opinion. Y'all screamers, right? This is a live streaming out, right? So we come to get educated on how y'all think.
We kicking this off?
Yeah, you can go ahead and kick it off.
All right.
Yeah,
all right. So for me, like back in the day, I would say, like I said, with my past relationships, I'd be like, hey, after a couple months, let's move in, let's check it out, see what's up. But as you get older, you realize what you really want. And I like what the lady said, that, it takes a while to get to know the person. Let them come over, let them stay the night a couple nights, because everything's all good and dandy when y'all are just dating. But once you move in together, then they're like, damn, now this person wants my house looking like this. And like, you got to get used to somebody else living with you. And that's a process, man. Like, it really is. So then they try to act like your mom. And I'm like, no, hell no. I've been doing this for the longest. I ain't changing this. So there's deal breakers, and there's some stuff that, you could adjust, It's like, all right, I don't like this, but you know what? I could deal with it. But there's certain things that are straight up deal breakers. So that's just me.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Since we go with honest opinions, man. As far as with honest opinion, I don't think a man has any business moving a woman in unless he's about to marry her or they married. That's just my opinion. Unless it's that serious, I don't have any business moving in with you, or you moving in with my place, because we're pretty much married without being married. You know what I mean? So To me, it's simple as that.
I like that. That's
Simple.
strong,
I don't even
man.
got
That's strong. I respect it.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, you going out? I can't hear you. Okay, that's it. Yeah, you just going in.
The
and
question. The question is what?
You mean, yeah,
My
I'm
bad.
done.
What's the question?
How long should you wait before you move somebody in?
I mean,
You know they waiting to hear your answer.
Yo, can you still,
the right answer. The right answer
yo,
is
can
really
you still hear me?
The right answer is 6 months, and the reason why I
Seems
say
like I'm
6
lagging,
months, the reason why I say 6 months, because you take the honeymoon stage, right? Okay, Bim, you gotta get to the honeymoon stage. Okay, you still not gonna be done with the honeymoon stage until that person move in with you, because you're not gonna see like the things that you're gonna see outside of that person living with you until they move in with you. It's just certain things that you're not gonna see. So once you finally move in with that person, that still don't certify. You still have to go through time even after you move in with that person, because there's even more learning that you have to do. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, well,
within a year,
she step out her underwear and leave them in the middle of the bathroom. I don't like that. But
I
what
mean,
if she does do that?
Red
That's like, it's not cool to me. Like, put your clothes in the hampers right there. So I feel that.
mm-hmm.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah,
I
because
think it depends on the person too that you're with, you know. And
You gotta
how
learn their habits, though. You gotta learn their habits and their mannerisms and how they go about their daily life. And when you move in, it's a different learning curve now, because now you ain't just spending the night.
Yep.
You actually together. So it's gonna be some things that she do and you do, they're gonna piss each other off.
Facts.
It goes back to one of the previous questions of sacrifice. How much are you willing to sacrifice before you considering in your head you going through hardship, and she thinking everything fine.
That's where that communication comes in, though. If something's bothering you, you throw it out there and be like, hey, look, I don't like you when you leave your drawers hanging out in the bathroom. The hamper's right there. Please put them in the hamper. Now, if she keeps doing it, that's just disrespect. That's all. Communicate it.
I like it. All right. Nobody go nowhere. I'm gonna let all y'all out of the box right now. I'm gonna let all y'all out of the box right now. So can y'all let yourself? I'll do it actually.
I got you.
All right, can I get all the administrators in the box? Can I get all the admins in the box? So this is the point where we're gonna give the admins a chance to chime in a quick opinion, and then we're gonna let everybody give themselves who wants to give themselves a shout out. And can all the special guests right now please put your emojis in the live so everybody can fave you that don't got you fave. Only the special guests put your emojis in the live so everybody here can fave you that don't got you fave. Wow, the admins give their opinion. I want everybody to put their emojis in there.
I'm an admin and I'm a guest. Playing the dual role tonight.
All right, Doc, you can start it out for us. We'll go Doc, Kitty, Classy.
All right, first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up and is showing out. The opinions, honestly, I learned a lot, and I'm thinking about some things. I'm like, damn, I'm going to implement that, or it's good insight seeing it, especially from the other fellas, and plus, especially the females, kind of seeing what the female mindset is. So it's definitely enlightening, and I definitely learned something from it. So I appreciate all y'all, all the guests and all the people that came in, and especially all the people commenting. Appreciate y'all. Much love.
Okay, Kitty.
Well, thanks for everybody for showing up and for being here, and I enjoyed most of it. There were some things that I did take issue on, being me. Some of it is that there's a big and large assumption that I just got to say this. There's a big and large assumption that women are after men to provide for them financially, as if most women who are graduating from universities and colleges, it's women over large amounts of women, and has been for decades. So I think that needs to be pointed out, and I think that respectfully, women, some of the things that some women are looking for are not those things. So But other than that, I'm cool with it. I respect those opinions, but I think they're 1950s. So
Well, I think what the fellas meant too. I don't think it was meant to be like a gender role thing. Because say for instance, the women was the one throwing down working, and the guy was at home. I would expect the guy to do the same exact thing, throwing down the meals, cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, being that DILF, So hey, just throwing it out there. So,
All right.
but like real talk though, I 100% agree with you, Kitty. And I don't think it was meant that way. I think it was just meant from a guy's perspective, with the woman at home. But 100% agree. If the roles were reversed, it should still be the same way.
I respect it all. I respect everybody's opinions tonight. Classy, take it away before we give everybody these shout outs.
Okay, yeah, I definitely liked everybody's opinions, and I learned some perspectives, especially from the men. I agreed with the women mostly just because, I'm a woman. I'm sorry, but you guys surprised me. The men surprised me with their opinions and the way they, discussed the questions, came at the questions. I like that. So it made me think a little bit. As far as the, if one partner is working and the other one's home, I feel like some women now are looking for 50-50. Like for me, I'm not looking for somebody to come take care of me. Am I willing to help my partner? Yes. Do I expect my partner to help me if I get in a bind or something? Yes. But I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me. I want it to be, I wanted to do it together. I want to build it together. That's, if you're working, fine. We're going to come home and cook dinner together. The house needs to be cleaned up. Okay, let's clean up real quick and then we can chill. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel about that. But I thought it was a great show, and I thank everybody who came, the guests. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a great time like we did. I did anyway. I was excited, and you guys delivered for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Anything else? And if you got a shout out right now, can y'all please request the box? I'm gonna let everybody out the box. We're gonna wrap up the show. Let everybody give their shout out, and then we're gonna ride out.
Take me out, will you, please?
Got you.
I just want to give a shout out to everybody. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that came. I just want to give a shout out to D'Angelo Jones, the host of the thing. I want to give a shout out to everybody who stayed with the whole time, who been in and outside, everybody who came on my behalf. And y'all make sure y'all favor all these beautiful kings and queens.
Basically the same thing I was gonna say, and I am now on another show with Lizzie, Battle of the Playlists. So y'all have a good one. Maybe y'all come check me out.
Yo, bet, Rella. I wanted to also thank you, D'Angelo, so much. I jumped as soon as I saw your message. I was like, yeah, like this is totally right up my alley. This is something I definitely do. So that being 100% said, the reason why I was taking notes, if okay with you, I enjoyed the questions a lot. And I think that a lot of people, especially the people that, come in my stream a lot, wouldn't mind discussing these. So if it's okay with you, I was going to actually just go ahead and start stream and ask these questions to some of my own viewers and kind of just
go ahead. Hey, free range. It was y'all questions. Y'all came up with it. Was your questions. Y'all came up with them, not me. You got the right to use them. I'm going to end my live after the last shout out, so it doesn't even matter.
So, and then on the back side of that, I did want to give a shout out to every single person in these comments, every single person that viewed, every single person that stayed and watched and heard our opinions and listened. And that's exactly what they were. They are opinions, and everyone has a different outlook and a different opinion, which is why there's so much respect to be set across all boards, because it is okay. I think, in my opinion, it's okay if a man in his world, he says, no, my woman stays home, I provide, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And if a woman in our world, or however it be, we want it this, that is a-okay. And so to each our opinion, our own. And I really just am thankful that you did this and that too have been here. So appreciate you very much, D'Angelo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good stream. Thank you for being a guest.
Shout out D'Angelo, for real. This is probably the most productive stream I've been on so far on this app. Shout out to everybody that stayed in throughout the whole stream, especially all the ladies. Make sure y'all hit that fave. My stream is a little bit different. It's more based on controversial topics and uncomfortable truths.
Dimples, take us away with
It's the same thing. Thank you for having me on this show. I appreciate it. A lot of people know I don't really speak on my stream. I'm more of cooking and listening to music, but it was definitely great topics. I like the
That's
fact
why I had to get you out of the shell. I'm like, you gotta do it.
Man, I'd be so
Like, if you
scared.
don't give me Dimples for the show, I'm gonna have a fit. I said, I don't know if I can get her. She said, you better get Dimples.
I mean, I appreciate it. You know, we fall into some topics and people will be like, oh my God, thank you. People be like, oh my God, like you have like great opinions. So, I mean, it was right up my alley. I appreciate it. I appreciate the new phase. I appreciate seeing you guys, hearing you guys' voices. And I will be checking out some of you guys too. So I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
see you
Have a
later.
good night.
All right. Big shouts out to all my admins. Big shouts out to all the special guests. This was 12 2 Where Opinions Matter. Thank y'all for joining. We're out.